What's going on, guys? In the last video, we tore down that 5.9 Magnum. That's going to be going in here in place of the 318, and found out that that engine is going to cost a little bit more to put in here. Had to buy a camshaft and gonna send the heads off, get a little work done to them. Gonna machine down the valve spring pockets and put new, better valve springs in it, and also resurface the heads just so we have a good sealing surface on the block to the gasket and whatnot. But today, while we're waiting for all of our parts to come in, we go ahead and get this hood off of here and start tearing this motor and transmission out, so that way we can clean up this engine bay and throw a little paint on it too, make it look nice. But I'm gonna set y'all up on the tripod and you guys can watch me struggle to get this hood off by myself. One more thing, here's a little tech tip to if you ever removed a hood, you know the pain of putting it back on and your gap's not lining up right. This one, it's got a little bit bigger of a gap on this side, a little bit smaller, so it could use some adjustment. But if you want to get in the ballpark area, here's one little thing you can do to make sure you get that hood back on there as close as possible. Sometimes you can see here the witness mark. That was from this washer being on there. You can make sure you put your bolts back in where that witness mark's at, or you can take like a Sharpie, put a circle around it, shoot a shot of spray paint in there. But yeah, just one little tip to make sure your hood goes back on straight and it's not smashing into your fenders and stuff. But yeah. Well, got the hood off her. Let's see if it'll fire up. We're gonna drive it from right there to right over there. We can pressure wash off this engine stuff. I haven't fired this thing up in like, hell, I don't know, 4 weeks. Let's see if she'll start up. Come on, old girl. I don't know. Might have to give her a shot of brake clean. Gas probably all dried up out of the bowls. Give her a snort of the brake clean, if I can find it. Wherever I put it. Somewhere. Aha, there it is. Damn. Cap was on there good. Just give her, you know, all of it. All right, round two. Come on. There we go, maybe. Let's pick up a little fuel. Damn it. Round three. More spray. See if we can make this long shot. Damn it. Well, let's see if she'll just idle on out of here. Also has like no fuel in it. Fuck. Come on, old girl. Well, we might be pushing, I guess. We'll try it one more time. The accuracy. Oh, gotta put her in park. What the hell? Neutral right there, maybe? No. Huh. Well, that's not good. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I think we're just gonna have to push her. Damn it. That was way too much physical labor than I wanted to do on my day off. I'm out of breath. Takes me back to my football days pushing the sled. Anyways, I'm gonna soak her all down. Some of this gunk stuff works pretty good. Clean up the old 5.9 pretty good. Also gonna pressure wash the underside of this hood. Get all that paint off of there and stuff. Make it look nice again. Make sure you guys plug up your holes, you know, just use a old dirty rag, whatever. This motor ain't gonna be ran again for a long time. It'll have to be gone through before I do anything with it. So if I get a little water in there, it'll be all right. Well, we're gonna soak this down and get the pressure washing her. Had a little friend living up here underneath the cow. Tore his home out of there. Look at all that. I was blowing this all out with the air gun, and out of the corner of my eye, caught a little mouse, jump across this gearbox, run under there somewhere. About to do he's getting an eviction notice. He ain't gonna be living in my car no more. It's cleaned up pretty nice. You know there was a bunch of grease in there. These are like an orange or a red. And they were black before, completely black. I don't know if you see that. Look at that, Mopar wires. That's pretty cool. Stuff you can find after pressure washing all this grease off there is cool, like this Mopar sticker there on the brake booster. It's pretty cool. This should be a lot nicer to work on now. All greasy. No one likes working on a greasy engine. Well, I think I'm gonna struggle to get this thing back in the garage and start pulling her out. Got her pushed back into the shop, and I think first things first, I'm gonna take this bumper off of here just so I have a little more leg room in there, you know, not hitting my knee on that hard metal. And also, that Harbor Freight engine stand doesn't quite go long enough. And when I did the engine swap on my white truck, it scuffed up the bumper because it was hitting it and just a pain. So just easier to get this thing off of here and won't have to worry about scratching it all up. I think, I don't know if you guys can see in here. Oh yeah, you can see those 3 bolts right in there. I think that's all that holds it, and also the 3 on that side as well. I think that's all that holds it in there, so it shouldn't be too hard to get out of there. And then also get this radiator out of here, drain the coolant and whatnot. And then start tackling the engine, I guess. Got the bumper off and also took the grill out. And to get the bumper off, you have to take this, I think they call it a valance, whatever, front valance. But it was just a couple bolts on each side. And then a couple bolts here in the middle. And you just take your marker lights out here. You see the 2 holes there, 2 Phillips heads, and then another Phillips screw there. Yeah, this is all the rust that came off this bumper, off these little bump stop things. Yeah, went ahead and took that coolant overflow tank off. And this was stuck at the bottom of it. Now, if you guys have any idea what this is, I've never seen this before. It's kind of, I don't know, it's green like coolant. It kind of feels like the stickiness maybe of coolant. I don't know, I've never seen that before. Got the radiator drain. The petcock wasn't actually filled with stuff this time, so I mean, that was pretty nice. Don't have to disconnect it from that lower hose, make a huge mess. So these radiators are pretty easy to take off. Most of the Mopars are all the same. You just got a bolt up here and a bolt down there somewhere. Same on this side. Probably end up having to take this shroud off. Just same thing, 4 bolts, 1 down there, 1 up here, over there. I'm also gonna get rid of this smog canister. And I think this is the windshield wiper fluid reservoir, but as you can see, it's not very good anymore. So get rid of that. We'll start getting this thing out. Got the radiator out of her, and also went and took this fan off. I think the next step we're gonna do, probably start getting this front dress off of her. Probably take this this AC pump, and throw it aside here. Get rid of this alternator. Do the same thing with the AC pump as we're doing with the power steering pump. Throw it to the side here so it's out of the way. A little tip, guys, if you're doing a motor swap, all this stuff like your AC compressor and your power steering pump, don't waste your time taking the lines off, especially with the AC pump, because you gotta evacuate that and don't want to vent it to the air. That's bad for the ozone. But yeah, just take them, lay them to the side, boop, out of the way. You can bungee cord them to the side there so it ain't in your way when you're pulling an engine. This is just for like any vehicle, any motor. Well, it's almost ready to be pulled. All we got left is bell housing bolts, starter, flex plate bolts, and the exhaust. And that motor mounting bolt needs to be taken out. I already got this one because it's easy to get to. You see here in the AC compressor, I had to disconnect this line, but it didn't have any pressure in it anyways, because as you can see up in here, that's where the AC lines go in. They've been leaking for a while. There was no pressure in there at all. So I just disconnected it from there because this fitting would not budge. You see, slide that to the side, whatever. I went ahead and got the distributor out of there. Just easier to get your bell housing bolts. Yeah, the sucky part comes now, laying on my back underneath the car. Well, let's get to it. My fears have came true. I was wondering if this pump was gonna hit the rest of the grill here, and it does. We're not even close. So I have to take this grill off. Looks like just a bunch of bolts along the top here, and probably some hidden down below here somewhere, I'd imagine. Other than that, she's ready to pull. Got the starter off and all the flex plate bolts, bell housing bolts, motor mounts, exhaust. Yeah, she's about ready to pull. So I'm gonna get this grill off and I'll set you guys up on the tripod and do a time lapse for you. skipped ahead a little bit and didn't record anything of me pulling the transmission out because it's late and I'm trying to get to bed, and there's a murder scene here. So yeah, that's probably where I'm gonna end the video. Sorry, Jesse, about your shop floor. I owe you a good shop cleaning after this car's done. Make sure to like and subscribe. Comment down below. Tell me what I can improve on, what you like to see. Yeah, y'all have a good one.